That wig and that weave is not your friend. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joshica of Joshica Beauty, which is a luxury natural hair and skincare brand that celebrates afro-textured hair and self-care. And if you're into natural hair, clean beauty, self-care, you've come to the right place. And let me just tell you, Black women, that weave and that wig is not your friend. First of all, when you put on a wig and a weave, you're covering up your natural hair texture to make it look like someone else's hair texture. So you're trying your hardest to achieve a more European look, and that does nothing for your self-esteem and how you feel about yourself. It's important that we accept our self-image and who we are, because it allows us to be our best selves and live out our best life. When you try your hardest to look more European-like instead of wearing your natural hair, you're basically telling yourself that your hair is not good enough, it's nappy, it's unattractive, and you're basically repeating those negative stigmas because you're thinking it in your head every time you put on a wig or a weave that's straight and a wig that's straight and blonde. So it does nothing for your self-esteem. Not only that, you're not taking care of your natural hair. And some women say that, oh, it's a protective style. I'm covering up my hair to protect it from what? I don't know. Heat damage or manipulation, I guess. But you can simply get some cornrows or some twists and call it a day. A wig and a weave is not necessary for a protective style. And honestly, I do not think that a wig or a weave is a protective style, because it can damage your hair. Your hair underneath the wig is growing limp. It's not strong hair. Your hair is weak and it breaks off easily. It's very, very fragile when you wear wigs and weaves. And if you're using the wigs where you put the glue in the front, you end up losing your edges. You'll have no baby hair. You'll end up trying to comb up your hair to the front to what someone has called adult hairs. You'll graduate from baby hairs to adult hairs. Right? And not to mention all the money you're spending on fake hair. Why not invest that money into your natural hair? Go to a natural hair salon. Everyone's complaining about how they don't have any money to go to a salon, but they spend dollars, big dollars, on wigs and weaves. So take that money you would use to buy a wig or to get a hair weave and invest in your hair. Go out, get some products, go to a natural hair salon, watch a YouTube tutorial. You can learn how to do it yourself and save yourself some money. But honey, it's not that expensive. You're wasting your money on these hair wigs and weaves trying to look like someone else. And you're doing the world a disservice. You're doing yourself a disservice when you don't show up as your authentic self in this world. There's so much going on in this world today. The last thing you need to worry about is trying to stress out, trying to look at like someone else, instead of just being yourself. It's so much easier to just be you, right? I mean, I don't know if you've ever tried to just be yourself. It's real simple. Take off the wigs and the weaves. Just walk out the door with your natural hair. Learn how to be yourself. Get back to yourself. And then I see people in my comments talking about, well, what about the people with cancer? They wear wigs. What about them? Honey, there's nowhere in the cancer rule book that says you have to wear a wig. This is 2025. You can walk out bald-headed if you want to. Women who don't have cancer are choosing to go bald. Have you seen the movie Black Panther? If you decide to go outside bald-headed in 2025 and somebody laughs at you, then something's wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with rocking a bald head, and nowhere does it say that if you have cancer, you have to wear a wig. Nobody's tied to wearing a wig. It's not mandatory for anybody. And I've seen cancer patients with bald heads who are proud because they're going through a struggle and they're fighting it, and they're proud that they're fighting and overcoming the battle against cancer. Let's not try to deflect and talk about women with cancer when most Black women who are wearing wigs and hair weaves do not have cancer. We have been used to wearing these wigs and weaves for so long that it's being tied to our identity, but that is not us. Those women in the media and on social media do not represent us. We have naturally kinky curly hair, and this is how the women on TV should look, but they don't. So let's stop trying to achieve that European look and try to look like ourselves, the person who God created you to be. Now, some people say, okay, well, let's not worry about hair. It's so minor, it's so trivial, because all that really matters is that you know Jesus Christ and make it to heaven. Amen to that. Now, if you want to put God in it, it says in Matthew 22:39 and Mark 12:31 that you should love your neighbor as yourself. Now, how can you extend some love and compassion towards somebody else if you have not extended that same grace to yourself? You have never learned to love and accept who you are, who God created you to be. Honey, I know the word. Don't play with me. God placed you on this earth for a reason, for a purpose. God gave us all talents, gave us gifts, things that we have to do here on this earth while we are here living. And one of the things we ought to do is love one another and love thy neighbor as thyself. So why don't you start doing that? Start loving your neighbor as yourself. Start with loving your, hold on, back up. Start with loving God with all your heart, mind, and soul. And then start loving yourself and extend that love to others. Don't have me preaching a word up in here. Don't have me preaching a word up in here. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. The wigs and the weaves are not your friend, honey. It's sad to say that a lot of these women are not aging gracefully. They say black don't crack, but some of these women are starting to look a little rough with no edges. Y'all starting to look a little rough, and we noticed that y'all don't have any edges because y'all combing it over, making it really dramatic, and your hairline is receding. Talk about damaging your self-esteem. Like, you would go through all the lengths to achieve this straight hair, wigs and weaves, neglecting your hair, and for what? And while you end up suffering, your hair end up suffering, and you end up looking like the crypt keeper. And so let's wrap this up. If you're wearing a wig or a weave, it is not your friend. You're trying your hardest to be someone else. You're spending all your money. You're losing your edges. And you're not taking care of your natural hair. Honey, look. Let the wigs go. Let the weaves go if you still got some hair left. Rock your natural hair. Rock your bald heads. And don't forget to own it.